Ron and Fez show on a weekday, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ.
There was a news thing out that said that guys that are shy around women, when they approach a woman that they consider out of their league, that their stress levels, their body reacts at the same amount of stress as if they're jumping out of an airplane.
Right.
And that the cortisol levels go up so high, it could actually cause like a heart attack.
It's a phobic panic.
Well, it seems like maybe it's not just loneliness or shyness, that it's shyness become a defense mechanism.
Oh, it's because they're having a phobic response.
Oh, okay. It's
just like the guy who's afraid of being in an airplane or an elevator or whatever. His heart starts to beat more because he's all picturing all the things that could go wrong. Guys are picturing things that could go wrong when they're with a beautiful woman rather than something that could go right. In the same exact way, some people can do sales and other people, like they'll get a job in sales, they'll go out to make one sale and it doesn't work out and they go home and lay down and fucking act like the world's over. And a good salesman is a guy who just learns that sometimes, as good as you work at it, doesn't always work out. Much in the same way as a fucking guy in the Major League Baseball realizes he's going to make errors and he's going to strike out. He just chooses not to hold on to that and make a big deal out of it. Davey Mack, were you a guy that when you struck out, let it follow you into a field, or when you had an error, let it follow you to the plate?
No. That's why I was able to hit 389. It didn't.
In JV?
Yes, it was in junior varsity.
Then why didn't you make the fall ball team?
I wasn't selected. I'm not going to say I didn't make it. I just wasn't selected.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. It is. Oh, by the way, I had an email about you, Dave, that says, could you please stop saying the term, I worship?
No, because I don't say it that much. I say it when I really, really love a celebrity, but I say it, once every 2 or 3 weeks?
You do say I worship on a daily basis.
I haven't said it today.
No, well, look, it's right here in black and white.
I didn't say it today or yesterday.
Put this in Dave's permanent file.
I worship you for that, Ron.
I never noticed. But then I never noticed anybody else's verbal crutches, but when they're pointed out, I always crack up.
Honestly, if this person can find more than an average of 4 times a month for the last 3 months, I'll give them $75. Period.
I'd be very careful.
I'll write a check for 75 fucking clams. There's no way I say I worship more than 4 times in any given month. It just doesn't happen.
Speaking of your $75, you were showing off a brand spanking new credit card to me yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's I just got it, Ronnie B. I feel like an adult these days. It's Orchard Bank.
Mm-hmm.
See that? That's
Orchard
how
Bank.
you know you're going places.
Where are they located, do you know?
behind an apple tree.
I think it's a Virginia-based company. Yeah, it's like, Amex Black, Orchard Bank.
Where
same
we topping
thing.
out here? Where we topping out?
200.
What's the limit?
$200.
200 clams.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of credit card that you normally get when you're 16?
I don't know what kind of credit card it is. My brother hooked me up with it.
So you're slowly building the credit back up.
That's what I'm trying to do because I had just awful
This time
credit.
next year, they'll take it to $400.
My credit is just so fucking
Now, did
sunken.
somebody have to put up the $200 for you? Do you have to have
Yes.
$200 sitting somewhere?
My brother Wally gave me $200 in cash, and I put into my checking in my other account, and then wrote a check, and that's how we got this thing to work.
So after a certain point, they give you the 200 bills back?
Well, it's like if you reach your $200 limit, yeah, you can't. You're done. You can't get anything
Right,
more.
but you had to give them the 200 to be sitting there.
Yes. You had to give them $200 in order to get the card.
So what they're hoping is somehow you fuck up the account and they keep the 200 bills and keep fucking chasing you.
Oh, damn it! I didn't think of that.
Well, you normally use the debit card, right?
Oh yeah, I don't even like folding money unless I'm trying to buy my smokables.
But I don't know why people prefer that to a credit card.
Well, because it's great because it just comes right out of your account. You never have any fear.
But why not have a credit card and just pay the money right out of your account? So here would be my fear with the debit card If you have a credit card, they're fucking around with the bank's money. But the debit card to me is like, let's suppose me and you go out and we have food and drinks. Then it's almost like you reached into your wallet. You said to the people, here's all the money in my bank account. Take that in the back and then bring me back. Then you take out the money for what we ate and drank and then bring me the rest of my money back. You would think that's insane, right?
Yeah, I would.
But that's what you're doing with a debit card.
Well, I just feel comfortable that it comes right out of my account, and thus I'm never worrying about, oh, what if I miss this bill, you know?
Here's Dave in Kansas. He's familiar with Orchard. Yeah. Dave, go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie. Hello, this Orchard Bank, you got to be careful with that. They give you a $200 limit, but they also charge you enrollment fee. So when you go start charging stuff, you think you got $200, you only got like $140 to $160, depending on where you're at.
They are to do credit cards what that first wallet that your parents gave you, the cowboy wallet, is to wallets. It's not exactly real. Hey, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, hey, Dave. Orchard Bank primarily deals with people who have filed bankruptcy or have very low credit scores. And like the previous caller said, yeah, you gave them $200, but you probably only have a balance available of about $130 or $120 because they take a $70 fee as well as various other assorted charges out of that first time use account. I used to have a card with them, and they sucked.
Well, it's enough for me to,
But
put
you feel like this is a starter for you.
Yeah.
You're getting a start.
Yep. I'm thinking of going to McDonald's after the show today and go, put it on my card. Put it on my card. I've never said that before.
Have you used the card yet?
No. I've never said, put it on my card. That'll feel great.
John, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, man, that card right there has got $179 plus a $19 processing fee. So you give them $200, you got $3 in credit, and you got to pay them back the $190 or whatever the hell it is.
Well, I'm not good at arithmetic. I mean,
Yeah, we understand that. That's why you're in this problem.
Yeah, all the ins and outs of math is not.
So basically, he's paid them $200 to carry around a card now with no limit to show people I have a card, which he went out of his way to pull it out of his wallet and go, hey, did you see this? I have a card, which normally only people that are about 18 do. Do you see this thing? It's a card.
You want some DVDs, Mr. B? I'll put it on the card.
Would you be able to, though?
Sure.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like this money's already been used up.
I'll go to Dwayne Reed right now and get Manhattan Murder Mystery. I know I saw it there yesterday. It was such an odd sighting.
Watley's taking us out for one of his dinners very soon, so keep some of your nights free. Let me know if you don't have free nights.
I don't have a free night on Thursday, but besides that,
That's when we're probably going.
my timing is not good. I mean, I'm missing Franklin fights. I'm missing dinners.
That's what happens when you go on vacation with your parents. You miss all the fun.
I had a near heart attack.
And yet, now you're fine.
I'm not fine. I'm still in a great deal of pain. I need some fucking drugs.
They won't give you the drugs?
They will not give me Percocet, so I'm working on my friend Kevin Butcher, who doesn't work at SiriusXM, to get me a shitload more pot now. But that's what you did, America. You took away my perks. So now I'm gonna now I'm gonna go to the drug guy on the corner.
Yeah, but you were already smoking pot before this happened.
Well, that's a good point.
It's a gateway drug. Took you straight into perks.
Yeah, but then perks put me into a gateway back into pot.
Oh, it's nice.
So it's more of like a revolving door.
A lot of fucking gates for you over there. Here's Steve. You're on Fez.
Hi, guys. Dave, you never cease to amaze me. You put
don't amaze
$200
me.
on this card, and yet you can only use 170 or so of it. Isn't that basically the same as a debit card where you could use all 200? Or better yet, why don't you just take the 200 and go get an American Express gift card for $200 for yourself? Then you could feel like a fancy man. I think they even do offer them in black.
Well, here's what they did. Here's what Orchard Bank did with Dave. They offered him a credit card, then immediately took scissors, clipped it in half, and handed it to him.
Listen,
Do they still even do that gimmick where they will give you like $25 if you cut somebody's card in half?
I think so. I wouldn't see why that would go away.
They used to do that years ago. Like if you would call up American Express and check on it, and they would go, "Do me a favor and just cut that card in half. It's no fucking good to that person, and mail it to us, and you get $25 heading your way."
Seems a bit cutthroat, though, to take those scissors
Yeah, I don't
out.
do that to other people.
Well, it always seemed like it was a giant pair of scissors and being cut in front of everybody, not just, down on the desk.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was. I didn't see the scissor size.
David Mack, you've had a lot on your mind today. Things have been bothering you. What's going on in Dave's world? And then I haven't talked to Chris Stanley all day, and I plan on doing that.
Well, I just wanted to bring up that more fucking tobacco should just be classified as crack because the House Energy and Commerce Committee are convening a hearing focusing on the use of smokeless tobacco in the majors. Basically, Congress is trying to step in and get the major leagues to ban dip from being used by their players. It's utterly ridiculous. You can't change some things.
Now, what are the reason that they're doing that? Because kids watch baseball?
Because of the kid aspect. Yeah, they've cited, well, we've done this in the minors and this and that. But you know what? Fine, do all other shit. But don't touch the majors. Don't touch something that's proven.
So the reason that you want to keep it is because it's a traditional part of the game.
I just feel like there are certain things. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to keep baseball conventional. I want to keep it the way it should be for the most part.
Again, everything that we do in this country comes back to what would the children think? What is it got to do with the kids?
It's total bullshit. When I was a kid, I would watch Mattingly have a gigantic fucking wad of tobacco in his mouth. I don't dip today. I never got, when I played ball, I didn't want to fucking put Kodiak into my mouth. I just don't.
Now, I saw that that the Terminator, the governor of California, vetoed a bill that would stop people from being able to smoke on the beach or at a state park. He just said this is going too far.
I know, because California obviously has restaurants, they have bars, and they also have you're banned from smoking in a car if you have a child in it, which is fucking just nuts.
It's insane to you.
It's not American. It's not American. I have a 2-year-old daughter. If I go on a drive for more than 2 hours, Davey Mack might puff on a cigarette. She's sitting fucking 4 feet behind me and to the right. How is that going to affect her in any way whatsoever?
I seriously, I don't know where we all get with it.
So
I don't know where we get with it. But I thought it was interesting because he could have easily just let the bill go through, not touched it, and not had anybody blame him. But it looked like he just said, I smoke cigars myself. I'm fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who am I hurting out there?
Exactly. I mean, fucking Obama should learn from him. Obama still smokes, and he's killing everyone with the taxes on tobaccos and cigars.
Well, it's not really him doing it, but he's not doing the veto gimmick. And now, of course, in New York City, it's just the fast food stuff. They're just blowing up over salt, fast food, soda, and you will take the hits because you don't need a Coca-Cola.
Oh, if this country makes it to 2080, they'll have a ban on rice cakes at that point.
With the salt one, even if their thing was legitimate, that it was a health concern, that one is totally going to backfire because people are going to salt their own food 10 times more than a cook would have.
But overall, they will lose the taste for it. In the same way, if people sat around and they thought, because I don't smoke, but I don't care. Most people are like, well, I don't abuse salt, so I don't care. I'm fine with it. Most people go, well, I don't drink as much soda that is a big deal, so they let it go. They've set up the precedent with tobacco, and the interesting things is that the food companies know it. They know they can't win. They're not going to even put up the fight that tobacco did. They're going to lay down faster and start to listen because they know where the American people are on this. And that is basically, if the government tells us it's bad for us, then we shouldn't do it. They've taught us this since we were little kids in school. Taught us from the fucking word go.
They got a county in California. They just passed one where now it's illegal to include a toy with a kid's meal for any restaurant to put a toy out there because that entices the kids to want the meal, which makes them fat.
Yes.
So, I mean, the toy, if anything, is going to distract them from their food. They'll be playing with the toy.
Let me tell you something. First of all, McDonald's knew that you get more kids to go there for a toy. Just in the same way that when we were little kids, they knew they could have got us to get us to buy a cereal that we didn't fucking want. So yes, the marketing worked all those years. To sit around and act like you're oblivious to the marketing is ridiculous. The fast food companies know it, and they're going to fucking lay down. And to sit around and act like, well, kids don't care about the toy. They absolutely care about the toy. They absolutely care about the ball pit. I kept fucking McDonald's popping for years.
It's a matter of time before everything is taken away. We are going to be THX 1138.
It's true. And I'll tell you something else. As the healthcare thing starts to roll out, and there becomes a nationalized health care, there's going to be all the more reason to tell you what you can eat and what you can drink. They're going to look at Fez Whatley as somebody who uses more than he should. You're using up more of our health care than you should. So they'll take it upon themselves to tell you, get up and get on the treadmill. Eat a fucking salad. Eat a vegetable.
Or they'll soon after that they'll start banning unhealthy people. It'll be people that will, in a weird big.
Well,
brother
the insurance companies
society.
already do that. The insurance company won't let you in. That's one of the reasons why we are having fucking the government get involved in this, because the insurance company could look at somebody who, let's say in Fez's case, he's had health problems. Has he changed? No. So the insurance company is going, why would I give you insurance? The government will now say, we're going to give you the insurance, but then also you're going to do what we say. We want you showing up here on these dates. We want you changing the way you eat, the things you drink.
But that's not why I got insurance. Like, someone should say that. Those people are insurance companies are the most corrupt.
Let's head on over here to Stephen wants to talk to Dave. Go ahead, Stephen.
Oh, hey, buddies. Hey, Dave, you don't realize that you're sitting in a box while you're smoking with Juliana in the car, huh?
I put the window down, Stephen.
So the smoke doesn't linger?
No, the window's down.
You're not going to inhale that smoke and maybe get, a couple of ear infections from it?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's odd because she has had ear infections, but...
How about you get an ear infection from having the AC on in the fucking car? You know what? That's the thing. Do kids get ear infections? Yeah. From that same thing. Don't ever let them go in a pool.
Right.
Don't let them swim in the fucking ocean. Remember the earaches you used to get when you were a kid after fucking coming out of the water? It would kill you.
It was all earache. They should rename childhood earache.
And crazy painful. And insanely painful.
There were earaches I had as a kid that were easily the same as being shot. And I don't know the last time I've had an earache. It's been decades.
Juliana, and it's Juliana, Stephen, but she
he thought you named it Giuliani.
Yeah, right. I didn't name it after the mayor. She's had earaches so bad they might have to put little tubes in her ears to make her ear holes bigger. And then as her ears...
I notice they do that to kids all the time now. They shove the tubes in their ears.
That happens a lot. Every niece I've had has gotten the tubes.
Yeah. It's just something that I don't really want because, I view her as the healthy one. If she goes the tube route, I'm out of here. I'm fucking driving to Sacramento and I'm leaving the whole family behind.
All for...
I have to have one person healthy.
Brad Houston, you're on Fez.
Hey, how you doing there, Ron? I just wanted to ask Dave and Fez, y'all actually have a problem with Californians actually saying about this? Because it seems to me, out of California, this has got to be one of the best things they've ever done. I mean, I'm not a smoker, so I couldn't care, but it's smoke is your right, but it's it's the truth. McDonald's and all these other companies, they knew you put these toys in these meals, you're going to have these kids eat these meals, and therefore the parents they're not taking care of their children. I mean, I'm a 33-year-old man.
See, this is exactly the interesting part of it that goes back to this. What they are saying is, since you can't be a parent yourself,
exactly,
the government will be a parent for you. Fez, since you wouldn't change your eating habits after your heart attacks, we're going to change your eating habits for you. This is the fucking place that we've got here right now. That's where we're fucking lined up.
Everyone wants to intervene.
It is, in fact, fucking embarrassing. You don't want to fucking... Guess what? The reason that you want to fucking stay up all night fucking drinking on a Saturday night, you know what the good reason is? There is no good reason. Why do you have to have a fucking positive effect for everything on the fucking country? Maybe you don't want a fucking goal set tonight. Maybe you just want some fucking steak and a beer to have it. It's not part of some long list of fucking plans that you had here. We don't do everything for the fucking greater good. We're not communists in 1953. Maybe there's no positive intention that you hold some fucking prejudice in your life. You just have them. You're not completely political correct. You don't like kids, so fucking what? What do we only have to have? One kind of person in the fucking country? We're no longer a bunch of fucking individuals. We're all the same. God, fucking, you know what? You fall into it everywhere. That's why I hate to go to a ballpark and see everybody wearing the same fucking color of the team. Well, you're here to support the team? No, I'm here to watch a fucking game. I'm not here to support and feel part of a bigger fucking group. I'm going to eat a hot dog and light up a fucking cigar while I do it. Because I got money bet on this fucking game. Illegally. It's just fucking insane.
All these companies are like Nurse Ratched at this point, you know? And
we fucking gave into it.
Yeah, we're just fucking Martini and we're all those guys.
They're fucking treating us the way we've asked to be fucking treated. And basically we're saying, we don't know what we're doing, tell us. That's like the fucking same way of, you know, a kid runs onto a field, shoot him with a taser. Why? He broke the rules. The rules are so fucking important. Well, what if he would have tried to kill a player? He wasn't. He was running around like a stupid kid like we've seen our whole fucking life. This idiot isn't a terrorist. He tried to make his idiotic friends laugh. But we always have to keep blowing things up. Well, what if a kid is watching and then he wants to start chewing tobacco? Maybe the kid will watch him. Do you see the kid going out and hitting 3 fucking 20? No. Not everything is done for a positive fucking intent. It's all fucking crazy. Some days you just want to fucking get up and do something else. That's all. I don't know what the fuck happened to this country. Did you never get up in the morning, start fucking heading to school with your friends and said, fuck it, what are we doing? Let's turn this fucker around, get a couple cases and head to the beach? I don't even think that goes on anymore. I don't know what the fuck happened to us. It's like a country full of fucking weebles. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Here's Cheyenne. Oddly calling from...
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
That guy that called bitching at Dave about smoking in his car with his kid, Dave, do what the hell you want. Eat red meat, eat eggs, smoke in your car. Your kids are going to grow up and be fine. Sure, maybe they'll get ear infections or whatever, but if they keep going along with all these nut jobs that want us to do exactly what they think, everybody's just going to be little sissy kids that get scrapes and bangs and, oh, we're so sorry. Nobody will have any toughness or balls to them at all.
It's become this strange fucking thing that everything is about doing the right thing all the time now. Like there's a purpose to fucking life. What is this? What are these extra years you're trying to get for yourself? Because they're certainly not for fucking enjoyment, because you're not having any fun.
Maybe they can meet Willard Scott.
You're a fucking country full of no fun followers. I don't fucking get it. It's just fucking insane anymore. Here's Brian in San Jose.
Hey guys, this is Brian from San Jose. I just wanted to let you guys know for the electronic cigarettes, if you guys don't know too much about them, it's kind of like, the patch, or kind of like chewing a nicotine gum. Well, I've been smoking for 10 years and recently switched to the electronic cigarettes, and I like it because it feels and looks like you're smoking. But from living in California and smoking for the last 10 years, one of the reasons why I wanted to switch was so I can, they call it vaping, vape in public places, and I still get dirty looks from people. I still get people, looking at me like I'm actually smoking a cigarette. I've had to explain to people this is not even a cigarette. It's just nicotine juice. And what also blows my mind is that some states, and New York's the first state trying to do it, are actually trying to outlaw the electronic cigarette, saying they're marketing it towards kids because they have different flavored juices like strawberry and fruity flavors. And I just think it's complete bullshit.
It is fucking insane. It's insane.
Those electronic fucking cigarettes are pussy, though. They should just give them to kids. They're not even that strong.
What's that?
Electronic cigarettes. I smoked a bunch of them. I was like, give me the strongest one you got. And it was like a fucking ultralight.
I saw some fucking French guys doing this in a restaurant I was in not too long ago, and it looked ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. You have to buy batteries instead of buying cigarettes.
Don't get it.
You're screwing batteries into the fucking thing.
Tom Houston, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, got a good one for you. Lady takes her kids out to an eatery, and they're having dinner, and one of the kids actually picks up her White Russian, which she ordered, and the kid thought it was milk. The kid starts gagging. The mother gets all pissed off at the restaurant that the kid was able to reach over and grab her White Russian. Now the lady wants to sue the restaurant. What the fuck's wrong with her?
How about this? How about, why can you have your kids anywhere where there's fucking alcohol? Let's not keep the kids out fucking side. I like to see that backfire. If you got little kids, you can't come in here because there's drinking involved. A bunch of fucking babies. And you know what? This, I swear to God, it all comes down to this thing because it seems like no adult in this country got over in the horrible thing that happened to them when they were a child. Some fucking horrible thing that they can talk about the rest of their fucking life. And this isn't even the fucking country of the Khmer Rouge. Can you imagine what it's like over there in Cambodia? Oh, it's fucking terrible. I was fucking to shoot my own parents. They never fucking bitch at all. We fucking sit around and complain. Oh, it was awful. My dad wouldn't fucking sit down and color with me. My dad had no time to color with me. The fuck do you want? I swear to God, I'm just getting more and more detached in this country. I can't stand the fucking left. I can't stand the right. Fucking tired about the constant fucking whining. I hate that fucking TV and their nonstop fucking news and opinions. This fucking winner over here. Little fucking car bomber.
He says he acted alone. That's the new thing. They were even interrogating him.
Well, didn't he and his friend go to White Castle ever? Because he looked just like that fucking guy. What's the name of that shit movie?
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Yeah. Where's Harold, motherfucker?
Then they went to Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, like that was watchable.
Oh, Franklin told me it was hysterical. Great movie.
When was that? When he was trying to fucking hand his movie out to everybody?
That was actually on his list of favorite films.
All time.
And Godfather 2 was not there.
Rich, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, I just wanted to say, all these people need to lighten up. The 70s were great. People didn't give a shit about nothing. I can remember sitting on my dad's lap and he's smoking a cigarette, blowing smoke rings and in my face to make me laugh while I'm trying to poke holes in it with my fingers.
Yeah, I do remember. My grandfather used to do that too, and we would chase the smoke rings. It was all seemed very exciting at the time, but that's what you had to do when you didn't have the internet. Susan in Jersey, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, buddies. I'm all for bucking the system and not always following all the rules all the time. But, look, I work in a high school, so I see, what happens when they have no regard for anything. And, and then I also see the kids who are pretty good most of the time. But I still see the kids having a lot of fun and doing things they're not supposed to. And I'm all for that. But
You know what? They're spending too much time spray painting their hair up in the fucking air. I don't relate to any of these fucking kids either. To me, the kids run around like little yuppies. I can't stand to see a kid in an SUV. I'm like, what are you, already your own grandmother? What the hell are you doing? They drive me nuts. They cannot wait. It looks like they can't wait to join a country club, these kids now.
I don't know. I'm down in more of a middle class kind of place. So I don't know. Our richer kids are the small percentage. But
I despise the rich kids.
I don't know what they're going to do to rebel though, because all the kids have, or what their kids are going to do to rebel, because they all have tattoos and face piercings and all these clever T-shirts. But I know we got plenty of smokers, we got plenty of runners, we got plenty of people having sex in the bathroom.
Well, that's the thing. For some reason, we act like we're not supposed to have a variety of whatever, that we all should be doing the same exact thing. In the case of Dave, right? Let's suppose you don't want to smoke in front of your kid in the car. That's fine. But is Dave really some kind of a madman because he rolls the window down and smokes? Don't act like we didn't grow up that way. We all grew up that way.
And I'm not even saying I'm chain smoking. I'm saying if it gets to over 2 hours, Davey
Even
Mack
if you
needs a
were,
cigarette.
all of our parents did that. I didn't get to fucking 10th grade and start having my friends die from secondhand smoke.
Right.
The walls of my apartment were fucking literally yellow. They were yellow. All 4 fucking walls of the living room were fucking yellow from 3 people chain smoking for fucking 30 years.
You have to paint with Pepsodent.
It's just fucking crazy. CJ, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, $1,000,000, buddy. I didn't know if you guys knew this, but a lot of pediatricians now will recommend that, you let your kids go outside, get dirty, let them play in the mud. I mean, what's happening now with all this antibacterial products and everything, kids aren't developing immunities to things like the common cold and pneumonia, shit like that. And it's just ridiculous.
Because they're bubble kids. They're little baby bubble kids. Charlie and Philly, you're on Run of Fez.
What's up, Ron? Fez?
Yeah.
Hey, about 20 years ago, when I first had children, I had quit drinking. I quit drinking because I was one of those guys, had alcohol, instant asshole. Did it for myself. But I thought it would be a good thing for the kids to see, oh, Daddy doesn't drink. I can live by his example. I've already caught my kids trying booze, smoking the pot a little bit, smoking cigarettes. Kids are going to try. It's the curiosity.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they're going to do it, they're going to do it. God, just let us have our freedoms. Jesus.
It's an interesting thing because, and we forget this, because when you're younger, you think to yourself, my kids are going to just fucking love the fucking, you know what I mean? My kids are going to think it's all going cool. And no, they're going to hate your fucking music. They're going to hate your haircut. They're going to hate your clothes. They're going to laugh at your high school pictures because that's the way the world is supposed to do. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. You're not going to fucking be perfect. No such thing.
So I'm in danger of not being the cool dad?
You will never be the cool anything, Dave, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
It sounds very bad when you say it, though.
I'm sure Hicks's dad thought that he was the fucking cool dad. He was like, I'm the cool dad. I fucking tie off and I nod out, man. My kids have it made. But you will bitch. Well, for all the bitching Fez does, one day he complained that his parents didn't make him do more things. I forget what you said you wanted your parents to make you do.
I think it was get a summer job one year. I think it was something like along those lines.
And that would have changed your life how?
Well, I would have gotten out. I would have met some people. I wouldn't have stayed in my solitary, self-imposed confinement.
That's the thing, self.
And at that point, I wasn't, going to go outside if I didn't have to.
But that's the thing, is why, if you made the decision, right, why is it anybody else's fault?
Well, they were in charge at the time.
Their way of being in charge was let this person be themselves. Do we need to break here, or can we pull Bob Lassner and take it to the limit?
Take it to the limit.
This odd story happened to me yesterday. I'm in Columbus Circle, and this lady walks up to me, very well-dressed lady, very nice-seeming lady, look kind of like Dame Judi Dench, asked me if I'm local, if I'm a New Yorker. For some stupid reason, I start answering her questions. She's like, where do you work? And I said, Rockefeller Center. And I'm answering all these questions. I thought she was lost, thought she needed directions. Then I thought she was conducting some sort of survey. Then she wraps it up with, would you like to come back to my place maybe for a drink and a blowjob? Which was just had me astounded out there. When the crazy people don't look like the crazy people.
Well, she's not crazy. She's a prostitute.
Yeah, you said yes, right?
No, I said no. I said
what?
I said I had to be somewhere. It was the fastest thing I could think of. I said I had to be somewhere. This woman was in her 70s. I wondered afterwards if she could have been a prostitute. But she had to be in mid-70s.
Might have been some good head.
You got a gray beard, Fez.
So this is what I'm attracting?
You're astonished that you live in New York City and there's prostitutes.
Well, I never thought she was a prostitute, being as old as she was.
Yes, because prostitutes are how old?
I figured they're probably 20s or 30s.
Based on what?
Anything I've seen on TV?
Yeah, those aren't prostitutes. Those are models.
Watch that HBO documentary. None of them broads are in their fucking 30s.
But that is the things, like, since they've really cut down, I've had that happen on, actual streetwalkers. Girls will come by and they'll go, hey, where's a good place to have a drink around here? So you'll, like, tell them someplace and they'll go like this. Hey, you ought to come in with me. You're like, I'm doing oh, God, I thought I was doing very well here. You fucking got me.
Yeah, my first thought was, all right, here's a tourist who's kind of lost. Then I thought afterwards, maybe Alzheimer's patient got away.
I'm sure you're probably so far off by the age that you're not even close. I'm sure the thing that you see as ancient is your own age.
Oh, no, she was much older. Yeah, it could have been Flo from the Alice show.
Yes, Flo from the Alice show was your age now when she did Flo from the Alice show. You just you just don't understand what's going on around you. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Let's go to Des in Canada. You're on Fez.
Ron?
Yeah.
Love you guys. Listen, I was watching a show yesterday. Apparently in New York City, they're selling some kind of a product called K20 in the stores. It costs $90. and it's 10 times as strong as THC in pos.
What's it called?
No problem.
What's it called, though, Des?
But there's a product that you guys are selling in New York City called K20.
Now, do you know about K20, Hicks?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
K20, yo!
Isn't K20 the Widowmaker?
It's 10 times as strong as THC is in pos. It's sprayed on this product. Costs $90. Send Eastside Dave out to check it out.
All right, we'll try to get it on. I'll get an eyeball on it. Thanks. Rob, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, I'd say that lady's crazy solely because she didn't know her audience.
I will. It's probably a numbers game with her, but I will say this: Fez is walking around Columbus Circle. He runs into Sylvia Miles, and then he's not ready to make the deal. Ken, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, a chick with that much experience said he just turned on one of the best blowjobs he ever could have got.
Once she takes out her false teeth, Mama. Fez, you could have got your name taken off the books, too.
You know, I thought about that later on. When it first happened, I couldn't think of anything fast enough to get away from her. But if she was a prostitute, she was dressed to the nines and must be doing very well for herself. Because she looked like she was dressed very successfully.
Here's the beauty of Fez. He doesn't think he's old, and he just used the term dress to the nines.
Also, I just had to Google Flo from Alice. Didn't know who either of those women were.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Dan in Philly. Knows about K20.
Hey, Ronnie, man, that K20 shit, that's not like marijuana at all, man. That stuff's man-made. You might as well be huffing paint.
Yeah, I've never heard of this, but there are fucking times that people try to compare things with marijuana when it's not.
No, this sounds fucking crazy, but it sounds like maybe a chemical, like a research chemical or something.
Right, like the old angel dust.
Oh, Christ.
Where we sold it as synthetic pot.
For a while there, you could actually order the shit offline, like maybe in the early 2000s before the government crashed down on it, and we were just basically selling it as ecstasy. It's like, yeah, here, have some ecstasy. It's gonna
Has
be
some
great.
ecstasy. Well, we used to sell, and it was kind of it was a horse tranquilizer. It was kind of like powdered angel dust that we sold as THC. We used to call it tick or THC, and it didn't have any fucking THC elements in it at all.
That's great.
Oh, God. You ended up trying to fucking hold the wall up. You get this strange feeling that you were I can't get away from the wall. Well, you called it knick-knack because you fucking end up just staying in one fucking move and not move out of it. You're like the fucking Tin Man and Wizard of Oz. And your friends were like, go home. Go home. You were paralyzed and tripping.
It's awesome.
Everything is a short shelf life, my friend. 6 or 7 years and you're done with it.
Testing period.
What are you going to do? Brad in Ontario, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, back to the smoking thing. I hate to beat a dead horse, but
I'd love to beat one.
Here, if you get caught smoking in a commercial vehicle, it could be a company car or a big truck, and you get caught by the cops, they'll give you a ticket for smoking in a place of business. As well, if you get caught smoking in your car and you have a kid in your car, cops pull you over and give you a ticket for that too. I think it's about a couple $100.
You should be forced to give the money directly to the kid then, since he's the one breathing it in. The guy should be told, give your paycheck to your kid. Let's go over here to John in SC. You're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, man, that K20 stuff, it's got a couple other names, but it's big in China. It's synthesized to work on the cannabinoid receptors in your brain like THC does. But I read some stuff people talked about, like, flipping their shit when they did it. It can get pretty heavy, man.
What happened to Chinese people smoking opium?
Well, I mean, it's synthesized. And also, I want to tell Higgs, man, electronic cigarettes for bitches.
Yeah, I was at a fucking bar show and they gave them out
No,
for
you're
free.
coming off like a femme, my friend.
Fuck that guy then. This shit sounds like salvia, this K2, which is just bullshit fucking shit anyway.
Look, why don't you just fucking light up one of your electronic cigarettes, cross your fucking legs, and fucking watch Sex in the City?
Fuck that. I could light one up in here. No one forgive me any shit for it.
Why don't you go over to Fez's house, the two of you watching Flo from Alice?
I'm going to shoot up my daughter after today's discussion.
Why?
She's so sick of America.
Why do you always talk about hurting your children and your wife?
Hurting? I said I was going to shoot her up.
Thank you.
There's got to be a benefit to there somewhere.
Why is this?
It's for the ear infection.
Peter, you're on Fez.
Yeah, Fez, you know how many fucking times I've dreamed about somebody saying that to me? You should have just taken her back to your apartment, closed your eyes, and pretended she was an astronaut. You know what I'm saying, buddy?
It was First Lady Nancy Reagan is what she looked like. I was not going to have anything to do with this in the middle of Columbus Circle.
It's coming off a little gay, Fez. You get the least fucking... Did you get a price?
No, because I didn't know till you told me it was a prostitute.
What else would it have been?
Crazy lady.
Crazy lady?
Escape patient.
I have the oddest thing. I mean, you're bringing up crazy. You're bringing up old. I had the feeling that you were just looking in a mirror.
I was not
You're
offering-
pretty. You had a couple drinks. You're pretty.
Was not offering to take myself home.
Oh, you hate Roy. He's a bastard. I do me. Fez is trying to figure out how to get a deep pit in his fucking 14th floor apartment.
Deep pit in the 12th.
I do Jews.
He said, all things pass into the night. And I said, hold on, sir. I must say you're wrong. I must disagree. Hold on, sir. I must say you're wrong. Won't you listen to me? He told me I've seen it all before. I've been there. I see my hopes and dreams are lying on the ground. I see the sky just begin to fall. He said, all things pass into the night. And I said, oh no, sir, I must say you're wrong. I must disagree. Oh no, sir, I must say you're wrong. Won't you listen to me?
Hey, I saw a weird ass movie last night. It's called The Believer. You ever seen this movie?
No.
It's about this kid. It's Ryan Gosling plays the part. And he's a white supremacist kid. He's about 18, 19 years old. He wears the Nazi shit everywhere. And then you find out he's a Jew. He's just this self-hating Jew. And it's fucking bananas. It's fucking nuts, man.
Was that the twist?
I don't know, because they put it in the middle, and you never you put it in early on, and you never even find out why he's that way. He just kind of feels like Jews are wimpy, and he doesn't want to take any shit off of God. But it's a fucking... Maybe because I started watching at 2:30 and finished around 4, it was affecting me.
That's always the best time for weird movies like
I know.
that.
And then here's the thing. It's like 3:30 and I'm like, I gotta stay awake. I'm fucking working today, you asshole. I'm fucking trying to keep myself up. Maybe I'll make a pot of coffee. Josh, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hey, Fez, you're the one who lives on Roosevelt Island, has 3 therapists, a bus pass, and a cat, and you're calling this lady crazy.
Yes, I'm also not standing in the middle of Columbus Circle offering blowjobs to strangers.
Maybe you should.
Maybe if you were walking down along fucking in Chelsea, you would have got the same offer, but something that a little more you would have been into.
I thought Fez isn't supposed to use the word crazy anymore. He swore off that.
Oh, yeah. When did you swear it off?
Oh, that was a while ago. And I think the caller used it.
Yeah, but you opened the thing up with a crazy woman.
You said crazy lady.
What was the reason for that? Do you remember? That he was saying-
no, it was offensive. Yes, I do
It
remember.
was an offensive word.
It was the Burger King
It was
commercial.
the Burger King commercial, and they said the Burger King's crazy, and Fez thought that was offensive to people who had mental problems. So he said that's another politically incorrect word that we should not use.
Is this another thing you flip-flop on, the Burger King commercial?
I flip-flop a lot, but if I'm seeing a therapist and I've been to a mental institution, I think I'm entitled to use the word.
I still call it the C word. I think if one person's entitled to use the word, then the word's okay.
But
Yes.
I can call myself crazy.
You didn't call yourself crazy. You called some other woman crazy.
Well, I thought she was.
But she
That's
might
what I'm
not
trying
be.
to fucking say. That, just to flip-flop back to the other day. Again, I know you're joking now. My only point was you should have been joking the other day. Because it's insane. It's fucking insane. Brad, in Orlando, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, yeah, that movie was I was watching it last night, too, man. Did he get, like, a high off of getting hit in the face or something?
Yeah, I mean, like most young kind of punk thing, there is that thing that you get from violence. He had some of that, like he really loved mixing it up. And everybody remembers them when they were like that when they were younger. Like, remember when you were young, you even like having a fucking bruise or, you like limping around and shit. I think that's why kids like sports. Like, I've hurt myself, gives off endorphin. Brad, I wish I knew you were awake. I would have called you last night. We could have sat there and watched it on the fucking phone together.
That would have been fucking great. I would have been balls to the wall, man.
This kid is a good actor, though. It's Ryan Gosling.
You think
so?
Yeah,
he's fucking insane, man. I saw him play a crack addict fucking teacher a couple years ago too.
I think he was nominated for that.
I don't think he might have got nominated for that Lars and the Real Girl, which I didn't even like too much. Half Nelson was the other movie. The Notebook he was in, which I don't even remember. And of course he was in Remember the Titans, Dave's favorite fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Blue Valentine coming out this year. I don't know what kind of Nazi Jew he plays in this one.
Maybe he could be like an apt pupil prequel.
He's actually in it with one of my favorite actresses, Michelle Williams. I can watch her do anything. I think she's amazing. She had the Joker's kid. She was married to the Joker.
Yeah, Dawson's Creek.
I don't know. I don't want to say that.
Yeah, she was in Dawson's Creek.
I can't help you there.
Dawson's Creek.
If you say Dawson's Creek again, I'm going to go fucking crazy. That's it for us. Go over to 202 Friends. Sign up for Search. Hurry up and search.